How are you?
How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm just worried. Can you speak?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
She did a wonderful job.
Okay, good.
Okay, final cases, one defendant, 3 cases of the day. Position 17 on our trial calendar, 23 SC 187106 is our case on the calendar. All 3 cases belong to Mr. Hughes. Hello, Mr. Hughes.
How's it going, Your Honor?
It's going all right. How's it going for you?
A lot better.
Good to hear. You're wearing orange. Are you being housed in Cobb?
Yes, sir. I am.
Okay, got it. I need to know what the other 2 case numbers are so we get them on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. So there's 23 SC 188 978. I believe that's the one I was accused this morning.
And those charges are?
And those charges are, Your Honor, for that particular case, it was, I believe, 1 count of burglary and 1 count of theft by taking.
All right.
But in that case, Your Honor, we are going, count 1, the burglary will be dismissed. And the second count will be reduced to criminal trespass, OCGA 16-7-21.
I won't ask why you accused it, only to dismiss and reduce it, but here we are. And what's the other case?
The other case, Your Honor, is 23 SC 189495.
That's probably the one from today, since
That's
it's
the
a
one.
higher number. And what are those charges?
Those charges, Your Honor, is a 1 count of possession of Schedule 2 controlled substance, and I believe 2 counts of financial transaction card theft.
Okay, and those you aren't reducing. This other one was indicted and went to Judge Cox and got transferred to us. So
Correct, Your Honor.
I understand why you're tweaking that.
Yes.
But the case ending in 495, it's a plea to those counts.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and in the case of record, the one ending in 106, any dismissals or reductions, or what are we doing?
No reductions, Your Honor, but the plea will be from counts 1, 2, and 6 and 7. So the state will be moving to dismiss counts 3 through 5.
I count 8 counts, but I don't have the indictment in front of me. I have the calendar. Let me call it up. And let's see.
I also have 8 counts, Your Honor. My apologies. So the state would move to dismiss counts 3, 4, and 5, and also count 8.
So it's 2 ag assaults, family violence, battery, and hindering a person. Those are the pleas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for structuring that for us. Mr. Hughes, Ms. Wood, who is a law partner, if you will, with Ms. Feely, who's been working with you normally,
Yes, sir.
bless her birthday today, and we let her go a little early. So happy birthday, Ms. Feely.
I wish I would have knew that.
She was here almost all day. I know she spent some time with you. I finally said, go be with your family.
She's great for that.
She's good people. But your lawyers have told me that you're prepared to enter a plea in all 3 of your cases.
Yes, sir.
Some things are being reduced and dismissed and all that, but in the end, there's going to be this global resolution. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Great. Mr. Jordan is going to handle the plea for the state. So he's going to swear you in and then ask you a bunch of questions. You need to let me or Ms. Wood know if at any time you have any questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
All right, Mr. Hughes, can you please raise your right hand?
Don't understand.
You're good to sit. Is that okay, Your Honor?
It's fine with me, as long as Ms. Rivers, our court reporter, can hear you, and with that microphone right there, she'll be able to hear you.
And you don't have to feel the need to lean over if you wanted to look at the screen or just listen. That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give before the court in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Can you please state your true, correct, and legal name for the court, please?
Reginald Matthew Hughes Jr.
Are you at this time taking or under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medicine?
No, sir, I'm not.
Is there a medication that you normally take that you have not been given today?
No, sir, it's not.
How old are you and what is your highest level of education that you've completed?
I'm 32 and I'm currently in college.
Okay. Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
I am.
Do you understand that you have been charged with the following offenses? And we will start with the indictment ending in 106, that being 2 counts of aggravated assault, family violence, 1 count of battery family violence, and 1 count of hindering a 911 call.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that in the indictment ending in 495, that you have been charged with 1 count of possession of controlled substance and 2 counts of financial transaction card theft?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that in 23 SC 188978, you have been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you pled not guilty or remain silent, you would receive a jury trial?
Yes, sir, I do.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney, Ms. Lacey Wood, about all of the facts and circumstances known to you regarding the charges in these indictments and accusation, including any potential defenses?
Yes, sir, I have.
Do you need any more time to discuss the case with your attorney?
No, sir, I do not.
Are you satisfied with her services?
Yes, sir, I am.
Ms. Wood, are you satisfied that your client has a full understanding of this proceeding?
I am.
Do you also waive formal reading of the indictment and also waive any and all defects in the indictment?
We do.
Mr. Hughes, do you recall having been arrested on these charges in these 3 separate cases?
Yes, sir, I do.
Your Honor, the state is unaware of any outstanding warrants that are related to these charges. Ms. Wood, do you know of any outstanding warrants that are related to these charges?
We do not.
Mr. Hughes, do you understand that you are entering a guilty plea to the following offenses? In the indictment ending in 106, you are entering a guilty plea to 2 counts of aggravated assault, family violence, 1 count of battery family violence, and 1 count of hindering a 911 call.
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that in the indictment ending in 495, that you are entering a guilty plea to possession of controlled substance and 2 counts of financial transaction card theft?
Yes, sir, I do.
And finally, in the indictment ending in 978, that you are entering a guilty plea to 1 count of criminal trespass.
Yes, sir.
Has your attorney advised to you the minimum and maximum sentence for each charge that you are pleading to?
Yes, sir, she has.
And Your Honor, just for the record, for aggravated assault, family violence, the minimum is 3 years in custody and the maximum is 20 years. I'm sorry, Your Honor, it's a 3-year sentence and a maximum 20-year sentence. For battery family violence, the minimum is 1 day in custody and the maximum is 12 months. That would be the same for count 7, hindering a 911 call. For possession of controlled substance, the minimum is 1 year and the maximum is 3 years. It would also be the same for financial transaction card theft, a minimum of 1 year and a maximum of 3 years. And finally, for criminal trespass, the minimum is also 1 day and a maximum of 12 months. Mr. Hughes, do you understand that this is a negotiated plea of guilty, which means that the state will recommend to the court the following sentence? Your Honor, this is a global resolution. The total recommendation, Your Honor, is 12 years probation. The special conditions of probation being that Mr. Hughes stay away from the victim in the indictment ending in 106.
That's Ms. Kraft.
Yes, Your Honor. And that he attend and complete an approved anger management course, and that he also forfeit the weapon that was used in this particular crime, I believe, Your Honor.
But it was a phone receiver was the allegation.
I believe so, Your Honor. I'll remove that from the recommendation. That may have been a typo by Mr. Peoples. Your Honor, I can give a breakdown on the particular charges that the state came up with in regards to a global plea or I can just leave it as the total sentence if you prefer.
You can leave it as a total sentence. I mean, it would have to be built out of the case ending in 106
Correct. Your Honor.
because we've got a misdemeanor in one and then in the other charges that max out at 3 years. But I can get to 12 years probation if I think that's where I ought to get.
Yes, Your Honor. And I believe that Mr. Hughes, over the span of these cases, it's been about somewhere in the area of 230 days in custody total.
Yeah, I've got 222, but I just looked at one of the cases. It may be that there's something additive in there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Hughes, do you understand that the court does not have to accept that recommendation?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that the court can sentence you to the maximum on each charge and can run those sentences consecutively or one after the other?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that if you are placed on probation of any kind, you cannot violate any criminal laws of any governmental unit or any special conditions of probation without being subject to revocation for the balance of the sentence?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that this is a guilty plea, which is permanently recorded on your criminal history?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that this plea may be used to enhance sentencing on other convictions in this jurisdiction, as well as in other jurisdictions, including in the federal courts?
Yes, sir, I do.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, sir, I'm not.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir, I am.
Do you understand that there may be other adverse or unfavorable consequences as a result of this guilty plea conviction, just as there would be from a conviction following a trial?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that your guilty plea may affect your right to vote, your right to hold public office, your right to serve on a jury, your right to obtain a passport, your right to receive, possess, or transport a firearm, and finally, your ability to obtain employment?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to a felony, if you use, receive, possess, or transport a firearm, or use a firearm during the commission of a crime, you will be guilty of a felony which may carry a sentence of 1 to 15 years in prison?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses, by entering a plea of guilty today?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that if you went to trial, you would have the right to a trial by jury, the right to see, hear, and confront witnesses called to testify against you, and the right to testify or to remain silent and not incriminate yourself?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up the following rights, which I will now list off? The right to a trial by jury, the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself, the right to confront witnesses called to testify against you, the right to the assistance of counsel hired by you or to court-appointed counsel if you could not afford an attorney at a trial of your case, the right to the presumption of innocence, the right to testify on your own behalf and to present other evidence, the right to subpoena witnesses and compel the production of evidence, the right to have the charges against you proved beyond a reasonable doubt, and finally, the right to appeal if convicted of these charges after a trial.
Yes, sir, I do.
Has anyone forced, threatened, or promised you anything to get you to enter a guilty plea today?
No, sir, they haven't.
Is it your decision to waive these rights and enter a guilty plea because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, sir, I did.
How do you plead to the charges of aggravated assault, family violence, that being 2 counts, 1 count of battery family violence, and 1 count of hindering a 911 call, and indictment number 23 SC 187106?
I plead guilty.
How do you plead to 1 count of possession of controlled substance and 2 counts of financial transaction card theft in 23 SC 189495?
Guilty.
And how do you plead to 1 count of criminal trespass and 23 SC 188978?
I plead guilty.
Thank you. Are these, is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with the full knowledge of the charges against you?
Yes, sir, it is.
Do you understand that you have only 30 days in which to appeal your conviction based on your plea today?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand that for the felony charges, you have only 4 years from today to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this guilty plea?
Yes, sir, I do.
And for the misdemeanors that you're pleading to, you have only 12 months from today to file that same petition.
Yes, sir, I do.
And Your Honor, for a factual basis, if we can begin with the most serious case, which is the indictment ending in 106.
Yep.
Give me 1 second, Your Honor. I do apologize. Here it is. On May 29th of 2020, while patrolling in an area around the 4979 Old National Highway, which I believe is a Travel Lodge hotel, an officer was waved down by a bystander whom was at the hotel and advised them of suspicious activity. The anonymous bystander did not wish to write a statement or give their name, but did advise officers that the victim, Ms. Craft, was being beat on by several men. Officers then spoke to the victim, Ms. Craft. Ms. Craft stated that the defendant had returned to the motel room drunk and began cursing her out. Ms. Craft states that she pushed the defendant from out of her face and he threw her onto the couch, whereby he began punching her in the head and face. Ms. Craft states that the defendant took the telephone receiver and hit her several times in the back of the head with it. She then stated that the defendant also strangled her by placing both hands around her neck. She states that she tried to call 911, but an unidentified male also in the room grabbed her and placed her in a headlock while the defendant unhooked the phone so she could not use it. Ms. Craft states that she asked the defendant to leave the room and he said he would kill her if she tried to leave. Ms. Craft states that at some point when the defendant opened the door, she was able to push past him and run to the gas station across the street. Your Honor, there's no evidence that other than living together, I believe that Ms. Craft may have dated Mr. Hughes at one point, but I know that this was not a domestic violence case because there has to be some evidence that they either share children or were married at some point. Your Honor, for the case.
So then it wouldn't be family violence, aggravated assault?
I think it would be family violence just because of the fact that I think that there was evidence that they were at least staying together in the hotel room.
Okay. Well, I'll hear from Ms. Wood on that. If this was I met you last night, I don't know that quite makes it family violence, but we'll hear. It's not going to change the outcome. Just curious.
Understood, Your Honor. And Your Honor, for 978, the indictment ending in 978, we actually had discussed stipulating to the facts there.
Okay.
Just because Ms. Feely did give some late information that Mr. Hughes stated that the computers that were allegedly taken in this case actually belonged to the defendant. Reading the facts of the case, that may have very well been the truth. So I do believe that that is it was fine to reduce that case to a criminal trespass offense.
All right. So there's a stipulation to the factual basis of a criminal trespass.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And finally in 495.
In 495 on February 10th of 2023, an officer responded to 6400 Powers Ferry Road for a report of a male who was trespassing. Upon arrival, contact was made with the building owner, who advised that a male was located by the cleaning crew. He advised that the male was also located in the same building 1 week ago on the property and was arrested. He advised that the male had been appearing to set up a place to sleep on the 4th floor of the building. Officers did search that floor and they did locate the defendant, Mr. Hughes. Mr. Hughes was laying asleep on the floor with a blanket and headphones. The officer observed trash from fast food, chargers, shoes, and a bag of clothes. Mr. Hughes was found with a bag that was later revealed to be methamphetamine. There were also multiple credit cards that were found on his person that did not have his name on it. At that time, he was arrested for the offense of possession of controlled substance and 2 counts of financial transaction card theft. There was also some mail in there belonging to other people as well. Those charges were not presented to the grand jury. Your Honor, we do believe, especially in the indictment ending in 106, Though those are very serious charges, I don't believe the state has ever been successful in locating that victim, even since indictment of that case. So we do believe that this is a fair negotiated resolution, Your Honor, and we would ask that Your Honor accept the negotiated plea.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. Ms. Hardy, if you could please share whatever criminal history information you have for Mr. Hughes, and then you may sign off. You earned your paycheck today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hughes is a multi-state offender with arrests out of Georgia, Florida, and Indiana. Felony conviction in 2010 for theft by taking, 2019 theft by receiving and possession of methamphetamine, 2017 forgery, 8 probation violations and 2 FTAs. Nothing further to report.
Thank you, ma'am. What's the Indiana connection, Mr. Hughes?
A forgery charge.
Oh, I didn't mean so much what you got in trouble. Do you have family in Indiana, or did you just drive to Indiana to do forgery?
I never was convicted of it, but I was with some guys and we got in trouble up there. But no, I'm born and raised in Atlanta.
Okay, you just happen to be in Indiana.
I happen to be in Indiana.
Okay. Ms. Tucson, is Mr. Hughes on probation now? That 2019 is not such an old case.
No, Judge, he's not on active probation.
Okay, well, that's about to change. Thank you. Ms. Wood.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Hughes is 32 years old. He attended high school at Banneker High School. He does have an 11th grade education. It appears he has a GED as well. He works in the entertainment industry. He's a video producer and also does some engineering work. He has 2 children, 2 little girls, 8 and 6. Judge, he's been in custody since February 11th of this year, so 222 days. We would ask that you accept the state's recommendation in this case.
Mr. Hughes, tell me what your connection was to Ms. Kraft at the time. Had you guys been dating?
She was my girlfriend for a minute. She got mad because I had another chick. It was a sticky situation, but no, I didn't. None of that occurred.
But the way you knew her, it was romantic. You two had a relationship for a while. When you said she was your girlfriend for a minute, does that mean 6 months, 6 years, 6 days?
Maybe like 6 months.
Okay. All right.
A little less.
And when this situation happened, you guys had a hotel room at the Travel Lodge?
I had a hotel room and she popped up.
Got it. Oh, did you have a hotel room with another young lady?
Well, I had a hotel room and she popped up and there was another lady in the room. So
yeah, I bet she was kind of sour about that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And
how'd she find you?
I stayed at the hotel. I used to live at the hotel.
Okay, so she knew she might bump into you there. All right. They found meth with you in February of this year, and I haven't heard anyone say anything about drug treatment or anything like that. Is that something that would help you? Is that why you're sleeping in, was it an apartment building or was it like an office building on Powers Ferry? It sounds more like an office building.
I was actually occupying the space because the cleaning crew told me I can use the office space. So I was actually occupying the space for business. I just so happened to sleep there that night. And that's when the guy found me.
Okay. Well, I don't know. The cleaning crew can truly give you authority to use space in an office building.
I didn't know there was a cleaning crew.
But either way, I'm not fussing at you about that. You understand my question. They found meth on you or in your stuff. And I'm not asking to say, oh, let's get them in more trouble. The reverse. As I look at some of this stuff, you got a little hustle, it's this stolen stuff, forgery, this and that. Well, sometimes that's not just a hustle. It is, I can't hold a job because I've got an addiction. And so I do stuff like this. What's your deal?
Actually, I was the top student in my college. I go to AIU. I was the top student in my college. They paid me to go to school, so I actually had money, so it wasn't an issue. But yes, I do from time to time use drugs to keep me awake. Because I have a lot going on. I work with the, like she said, in the entertainment field. So we work like through the night, and some days I don't need to sleep. I figured.
Okay. That's helpful for me to know. Do you have any questions about anything we've discussed?
Oh, no, sir, I don't.
All right. Well, I find there's a factual basis for each of your 3 pleas in each of the cases. The fight at the travel lodge, in the love triangle, the criminal trespass, someone's computers, and finally you sleeping in the office building with stolen credit cards and meth. I also find that your pleas are knowing and voluntary. Knowing means you've understood it all. You were the best kid in your high school and you're doing well in college, so I bet you understand this stuff. Voluntary just means no one's forcing you to do this. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Your probation sentence will be subject to the Probation Options Management Act, which simply means that while you're on probation, if you have a small violation, and I hope you have none, you and probation will solve that. But if it's a bigger one, you get arrested again, or all of a sudden you're up in Ms. Kraft's business and she doesn't want you there, those kinds of things will get you coming back to me and we'll work through the consequences. Ms. Wood, may Ms. Nelson sign the 3 indictments or accusations, whatever format they're in, for you?
Yes, Judge.
And for you, Mr. Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hughes, is it all right if we put your electronic signature on those 3 cases indicating your guilty plea?
Yes, sir. That's fine.
Thank you. All right. I am going to sentence you in 20, I guess we'll go in numerical order, 23 SC 187106. Your sentence for counts 1 and 2 will be 10 years to serve 7 months, with the balance on probation. 3, 4, and 5 are dismissed. 6 and 7 are misdemeanors, and your sentence there will be 7 months to serve. Those will run concurrently with count 1, and count 2 runs concurrently with count 1. So the overall sentence there is 10 years to serve 7 months with the balance on probation. You'll get credit for the time you've been in, which conveniently for you is a little more than 7 months. Special condition number 1, no contact with Ms. Kraft. Don't try to rekindle that old relationship.
Yes, sir.
And if you just happen to bump into her virtually, don't drop her something on Instagram, anything like that. She has gone her way, and you're going a different way. Number 2, special condition is you're going to take an anger management course. Number 3, you're going to submit to a drug and alcohol abuse evaluation. So that's just talking with an expert who's going to hear you out on, no, I just use so I can stay up longer. And maybe that's the case. But if it's something more profound than that, and any treatment is recommended, that treatment will become part of your probation. And finally, I'm going to require you to do 80 hours of community service. In 23 SC 188978, that's this stipulated fact, someone's computers. Let me have the indictment in front of me here. One 188978. Count 1 is dismissed, and count 2 is, or is it the other way around? The burglary is reduced, and the theft is. That would make more sense because criminal trespass. Okay. So count 1 is being reduced to criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. Your sentence is 7 months to serve, and count 2 is being dismissed. That sentence will run concurrently with your sentence in the Ms. Kraft case. And finally, in 23 SC 189495, that's you sleeping in the office building with someone else's credit cards and some meth. Your sentence on each of those 3 counts will be 3 years to serve 7 months with the balance probated. Those counts run concurrently with each other, and that case runs concurrently with the Ms. Kraft case. And you need to stay away from that address, which is 6400 Powers Ferry Road. So you know that office building, unless you still have you're pretending you have an office there because the cleaning people say you do?
No, I still have stuff in that building that I need to get out, like clothing and equipment.
You think it's really still there after all this time?
I'm not sure. I can call the cops and have them escort me
I would do that. I would reach out to law enforcement. If they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, reach out to Ms. Wood. She's not going to do it for you, but she could at least show that you're supposed to stay away, but maybe you have some property there and maybe you could get it. I don't want to be the deliverer of bad news. I'd be surprised if it's still there, but
It's been a while.
certainly free to go check for it.
Yes, sir.
But after you get your stuff, you stay away from there for the remaining 2 years and 5 months. Did I miss anything, Mr. Jordan?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Wood?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. The last thing we need to do is that Ms. Tucson, who's on the call here, she's with probation, she needs to get a little contact information from you so that she can make sure you start your probation soon after you get out, because you should get out in the next couple days.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Tucson?
Good afternoon, Mr. Hughes, Ms. Wood. She did send me some information. I appreciate that, Ms. Wood. You'll be in Decatur, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
And is Miss Tamika Busby who I can contact to give her the reporting instructions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because that office is in Conyers. I will call her to send these to her. What was your question?
I was gonna say I can still report to Fulton County. You can keep it in Fulton County.
You won't
Well-
have to report to Fulton. You're not going to be living in Fulton.
Okay.
You could ask later to have it transferred there if you want, but the default is that probation goes to where you are. Not meaning they'll come to your house, but if you're living in DeKalb, that's where you need to report. If you're living in Pike County, you report in Pike County.
Okay.
So I know Conyers isn't real convenient. I'm not quite sure why that's where they opened up shop rather than Decatur, where most people live.
Yeah, for DeKalb, they closed the one in DeKalb and they consolidated it to the one in Rockdale.
It's too convenient for people. So you will need to report to that office in Conyers. You also could end up moving, and moving is okay. You just need to let probation know my new spot is in X, and whatever county that is, then they'll move your supervision to that county.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Just don't move and not tell anyone, because then you will have absconded. They'll send me a warrant. I'll sign it. And here we go again. And a few more months in jail. And that's not what anyone wants.
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Tucson, do you need anything else from Mr. Hughes or anything else you need to tell him?
No, I put on here, I will call Auntie, give her the information. Reporting date will be October 4th. And then I just wanted to confirm the other indictment numbers, because on here it says pending with the CP. So it's 23 SC 188798 and 23 SC 189495.
So one correction, it's 978, not 798.
Oh, got those backwards. Okay, 188978.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. That was all.
Thank you. Thank you for a long day. Thank you, Ms. Rivers. Ms. Nelson, I know you're still working on final dispositions. I'm going to end the Zoom call. I appreciate everyone's time. This was a super productive day.
Thank you, Judge.